I figured that I would sit down and do my weekly reset today. Hey friends, so how are you? I am very tired today, and have been feeling very scattered. And I think that I wanted to just say that, right? Because not every day is a good day. And even though we come onto social media and YouTube to be uplifted and to find content that will better us and for enjoyment and entertainment, I think it's also important to recognize that we are all human beings, and some days are better than others, and today is definitely one of those days that I am all over the place. I haven't done, so as I'm recording this, it's Monday the 25th. I haven't done my weekly reset yet, and I felt that today. I've been really in my head. And yeah, it's just been a rough day. Yesterday I had to shovel a lot of snow. We had an impromptu blizzard. We got in the city or the town where I live, we got about 13 inches of snow, which wasn't as bad as the town about 10 minutes upwards of us, which got like 21 inches of snow. But still enough for me to spend like 2 or 3 hours with my family shoveling snow. I use a snowblower, and that always messes up my hands. And yeah, I don't mean to be negative on Maine. I'm just tired, and I figured I'd share that with you because, you're here for the journey, and, tired days, sad days, bad days are part of the journey, right? And I think that I'm probably going to get my period today, which would definitely explain the kind of like emotional turmoil that I've been in. And yeah, that's just what's going on. I figured that I would sit down and do my weekly reset today. This will be posted late, but I figured that it wouldn't be a problem because the systems are the same. I use the same systems for my weekly reset every week. So even though this is going to be late for you as you're watching it, I feel like you can still benefit from it and get some ideas, maybe, and some inspiration. As part of the weekly reset, I'll be setting up and decorating my vertical TN weekly insert, which I've added to my lineup. I will be setting up my work planner, which is the Hobonichi cousin. And I think I'm just going to be setting those two up. I don't think I'm going to be touching my health planner because that's kind of been overwhelming me lately. And I'm already overwhelmed today as it is. So I kind of just want to set myself up for success and not drag myself down any further with things that aren't really bringing me joy right now. I might regret that later, but it is what it is. That's what I'm feeling right now. And yeah, I hope that you enjoy the video. I hope that you enjoyed this little candid conversation, just updating you about my headspace today, wishing you good vibes. If you are also going through a season or a day where you're not feeling very good, it's okay. That's just part of life. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and I'll go ahead and change over our POV to my hands as we do the setup. Thanks for watching. So it is one of those days where I don't really have a lot of energy to speak. So what I figured would be kind of cool to try out and experiment with is to just talk when I want to talk and not talk when I don't want to talk, and just kind of leave this real time. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking for today. So I hope that you will enjoy it. So one of the things that I'm doing, in case you haven't seen one of my previous Plan With Me videos, on this weekly spread, instead of time blocking, that's not something that really works for me on a weekly basis, because if you are someone that has a chronic illness or a mental health diagnosis, you'll know that you'll know specifically, right? You might experience something similar even without those things. But for those of you that do experience something similar to me, my weeks will change in terms of time blocking. Like, it's very difficult for me to say, yeah, like, this is the time that I'm going to do it. And so something that I was having difficulty the first time around when I used my Hobonichi in 2023, and one of the reasons why I said that it wasn't for me was because time blocking on the weekly wasn't working. But I am one of those people that really enjoys having a vertical column. Like, I prefer columns over rows in terms of writing down things that I need to do. It's one of the reasons why I decided that I wanted to experiment again with a vertical weekly TN insert. I just really do enjoy writing in columns. And so I decided that what I was going to do for the weekly was I was going to do a high level overview of my week, my goals for the week, and use each day, each column as a category where I would jot down those goals. So for me, my goals are related, and let me zoom you in so that you can see this more clearly. But let's see, let me move this over here. So for me, and let me just finish color coding this because I do have a color coding system. Those of you who know, I love me a color coding system. So my L&M related things, which is basically all of the work related things that I need to do on my creative side of my work, essentially. So is this pinkish color, the L&M color. And I do have a separation between video, writing, and just general L&M tasks. And I was really using this this section for primarily maintenance tasks, so website creation tasks and Patreon setup tasks and things like that. But officially, my Patreon and my website are live. So what I thought that I would use this for, and I might end up changing the name for it on further weeks if it works out, is for Patreon things that I need to do. So that's what I'm thinking about. So video is mostly YouTube and some Instagram reels or shorts. Writing is related to the Substack and blog posts. And then this area will probably be related to Patreon tasks. That's kind of like how I'm thinking it's going to play out. This is going to end up evolving a bit now that all of the L&M maintenance tasks are already completed, or at least they're live. So that's awesome. I might have to do some additional color coding for YouTube and Patreon if this doesn't end up working out the way that I think it will, but that is to be determined. And then I have my virtual assistant business is called Wider View Studios. So I have a section for that, and this is usually my goals for client work, and then anything I have to do related to that. This is for home tasks that I need to get done, cleaning, or any appointments that I have with contractors that are coming to work at the house. Anything home related will go here. And then I added this one last week, media, right? Because I want to get back into reading more consistently. And so there are 2 books that right now I'm slogging through. I mentioned it in my February wrap up video. Bird by Bird is something that I need to finish, and the 12-week year is something that I need to finish. And so I want to make sure that I prioritize that in the week over other forms of media. So I just put in here, if there's a goal that I want to reach for X amount of pages or X amount of shows, whatever, anything media related that is a goal, I'm putting it in here. This isn't really like productive wise necessarily. You can be like, well, is it really productive if it's like media's entertainment? But yeah, it is. To me, it's important. So I put it on here, and then I'm just putting events down here. So if you saw that previous video, I had talked about, let me see if I can show you this. So I had move over here. I had been tracking my posting down here. I've since moved that to the Calendex, and I'll show you. I don't mind showing you that. So this is kind of like how that's looking like. And so here I just have a category for each line, and then I'm tracking my numbers by the week, and then this number here will be by the month. And so you can see my I've been very consistent with Instagram this month. For someone who says that they don't like Instagram and wants to eventually get off a platform, I really am posting every single day. Yeah, every single day. Also, I did post. Is this story or feed? IG feed. Yeah, I did post this day. There we go. So yeah, that's kind of like how I'm tracking that. I'm not tracking that in the weekly anymore. Really cool way to use this up. Really enjoying that. So these are my categories. I still don't have a category for this last one, so I'm just using that as a general inbox. And something, did I do that last week or no? No, I didn't do that last week. I didn't separate it. I had kind of worked with the idea of creating a division line, but yeah, no, I didn't do that. So I'm not going to do that this week either. So I'll go ahead and fill this out off camera because, it's stuff that I don't necessarily want you to see. Video releases are surprises, and, client work is a surprise. Or client work is not a surprise. Client work is confidential. Videos and blog posts are surprises. And yeah, that's pretty much the setup for this week. I'll fill this in afterwards. I don't think there's anything else. And actually, let me show you kind of like what I mean by media here. So you can see I put finish 12-week year and take notes, which I haven't done, or I didn't do. I did accomplish a lot of things last week. Most of the goals that I set out, usually I aim for at least like 80% of the goals that I set out to complete them, but I pretty much completed every single goal that I had for like business wise, not home wise, not really media wise, which I have to find a better balance because, I don't want to burn out. So anyways, finish 12-week year and take notes, read through 100 pages of Bird by Bird, which would be minimum 14 pages a day. And I put a little tracker for myself. Didn't do that. And can I show you, how can I do this? You can see here. Can you? No, you cannot. I also did a little tracker for morning pages, and you can see I only did 2 morning pages last week. I didn't do any other day, and I felt the effects of this today for sure. So that's kind of that. Let me just set that up here since I can show you that. So I just do a little square down here. Morning pages. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I did do that, and I'm going to put the pages I did. So I did 1 page today, which was definitely not enough. So I don't know if it should even count, but I like doing, did I talk about this already? I'm not sure if I talk about this on Patreon or I might have talked about it on Instagram or Patreon, but 1 page is not enough for me. I usually like doing 2 pages minimum on my morning pages. 3 pages would be ideal, which is what Julia Cameron suggests, 3 pages. But 2 pages is usually enough for me. 1 page is not, 100% not. So I've definitely felt the effects of that today. And I like doing a little bounding box. So, for someone who said that she wasn't going to talk much, I have not stopped talking. Okay. I think I can probably zoom you out a little bit. There. Okay, so that's general. Oh, and then I use my monthly as for media, not media, for social media planning. And kind of like a social media inbox kind of situation. I'm not going to show you that because there's a bunch of information on there that should be a surprise to you. Let's see. Yeah, let me just, and the reason I haven't finished reading the 12-week year, is because I want to take notes, right? Like I want to take notes on it. And so finding a moment where I can sit down and take notes has been difficult given how busy I've been the past couple of weeks. Finish the 12-week year and take notes. Finish Bird by Bird. How about we try to finish Bird by Bird by the end of the month so that we can finally take that off of my log? I'm going to try that. The problem is, I think one of the reasons why I didn't finish reading that last week was because I couldn't find the book. I recently moved my bookshelves and I haven't organized my shelves, so it's probably somewhere in there laughing at me. Oh, lordy lord. Okay, so Monday, Tuesday. You don't need me to say that every single time. It's just my way of being able to not forget a day, y'all. Okay, so here's to hoping that by the time this video goes live, I've completed Bird by Bird. In fact, I will post it in the comments if I did complete it or I didn't. And you can either congratulate me or shame me in the comments for my progress on Bird by Bird. Oh gosh, I'm pretty sure this book has had me in a reading slump, but I digress. Okay, so that's that for now. I'll come back in here and do my transfer of my actual tasks. So I have to finish. Why is my bookmark all the way back here? I think I probably have been using the pencil board instead. Which actually, let me put this here. I have to do my wins and reflections, wins, struggles, and reflections. I've kind of been trying to keep this up to date as they occur during the week to make it a little easier for myself, but I do want to make a little reflections section. I was going crazy on Saturday. What day was Saturday? It's probably one of the reasons why I'm so tired. 23rd. I edited and scheduled 13 pieces of content, which would be like pictures and reels and shorts and community posts and YouTube videos. 13 pieces of content that day. I think I scheduled like 7 shorts and reels between Instagram and YouTube. I did the voiceover for the video that is releasing today, the February wrap up. Yeah, a lot of content on Saturday. A lot of content. And then I finished up the website. Oh, that's true. I also did that. So 24, finish website. And yesterday I was going to an event and I got my hair done, or I did my hair, curled my hair and did my makeup. So I took a bunch of pictures and they ended up being so good that I was able to add them to the website. So took pics and looked cute is a win. Winning. Struggle, definitely. Balance continues to be my issue time and time again. Okay, so then let me go ahead and just set up these pages, and I probably will shut up for these. So we'll catch you in a bit. I just realized my audio in the beginning of this is going to be crap because my... Oh, that's going to be so annoying to edit. My mic had... I guess I moved my mic settings and the gain was way too high. So... Yay for me having to do that editing in post-production to try and make sure that the audio doesn't put you off in the beginning. Sorry, y'all. It's not my day, apparently, even though I'd done a bunch of stuff that I should be proud of today. Getting your period is horrible. Says I'm gonna shut up, doesn't shut up. Can anyone relate? I normally don't like setting up so many pages in advance. I think I mentioned that at some point. I don't normally like setting up all of these pages in advance because if I decide that I want to shift my setup midweek, I'm already tied to the setup I set up. The setup I set up. How many times can you say the word setup? But I'm pretty confident in this setup for work, so it says that. Famous last words, right? And then this is my overview page because I try being the operative word to not work on Sundays, and I don't want to waste a whole page, so I use that as my overview page. And I do leave a little section up here for the ratings. I don't always make it to rate it in a day, but I just like having it there. That was inspired by a video I watched by Aaron Ware. In case you're wondering, I really like talking about the different creators that I've been watching. That's like the whole point of community, right? Is like no person is an island. I don't just come up with all of these ideas by myself. And I like talking about the videos that I'm watching and how other creators have inspired me. So that's why I end up mentioning at least one or two creators every single video. If you are wondering why, maybe you weren't, but that's why. It's not so much me trying to gain creator attention as it is just wanting you guys to check them out because I really love watching them. Well, I underlined that one, so might as well underline all of them. Jeez. Okay. And I did like making this kind of like separation here this week, so wins, struggles, reflections. And now I'm going to put in my time blocking, which I have two ways that I do time blocking. If I feel well enough, then I will put in a planned time and an actual. So what that means is I plan my day to the time, to the 30-minute time block to kind of have like a Pomodoro type situation going on. And then I will divide up this section and put actual and write down how I actually spent my time and just kind of be able to compare it. I love seeing all the colored dots because like I mentioned, I do color coding. And let me see if there's anyone that I can kind of show you. So you'll see here on this one, let me zoom you in. Hold up. So you'll see here that I just did like my regular time blocking where I just did the time. And then just wrote down what it is that I was doing. But sometimes, let's see. Kind of have to cover this, but you'll see that I have planned where I planned it down to the 30 minutes and then my actual. And the dots represent either, as you know, my WVS, my business, that like burgundy is L&M related things. And then I have a color per client. So it's very cool. I love seeing the colors. It like inspires me. Yeah. So I don't make that here ahead of time because I don't know if I'm actually going to use one or the other, but I do like writing in the time. That's something that I did last week and I did enjoy it. That way I don't have to worry about adding the times every single day. It's not something that bothers me if I have to, but why not give myself a kindness and just get it done ahead of time? So, again, I'm going to do that and not talk. Let's see if I stick to that. Happens to me every time. 17, 18, 19. I don't know if this happens to you guys. It might just be a me thing, but every single time I write 16, I write 15 again. I don't know why. It like I go back instead of writing 17. Who knows? Who knows reading my mind? What is that? So I don't really do the 30-minute time block after 5, and I don't do it before 8. That's kind of like general. I only like doing the Pomodoro 30-minute sessions after 8:30, which is technically when my work day starts, and up to 5, which is when my client work stops. So 5, 6, and 7, because I stop working after 8 o'clock. I try not to work. But 5, 6, 7 is when I'll usually do like LNM or more personal related productive tasks. And so I don't really time block those. I only really time block when I'm working on client work. So if you're wondering why that's the reason. Did I duplicate something here? Why? Confused. Whatever. Let me not. I am confused though. Why am I not seeing something? Six, 7, 8, 9. So 6, 7, 8, 8:30, 9, 9:30, 10, 10:30, 11, 11:30, 12, 12:30, 13, 13:30, 14, 14:30, 15, 15:30, 16, 16:30. I'm confused. Oh, that's why I did my line up. And then I don't do time blocking on Saturday because I don't really work the same way on Saturday. I try not to do client work on Saturday, so I don't do time blocking that way. Okay, so that's my setup for that. I will actually fill in the website is 99% finished. That was a win. Which I can put that here. Hold on. Website is live. This is just a general inbox area. I'll sometimes write it to like reflect, or if there's like yeah, it's just a general area and I use it however I need to that day. No set rules or anything like that. Okay, so that's my work setup for like the basic setup. Yeah, that's my basic setup. So let me go ahead and just set up my week in the TN and then we'll be good as golden. So I do have to finish filling in this week, but I will just record that separately and just add that to the journaling medley for March. So we will go ahead and move on from there and set up. Oh, actually, I have to decide if I'm going to do the two things or not. I'm not. I'm just going to. Oh, this is so hard, guys. Because right now I'm doing this because I'm not caught up on my regular systems. And I realized that I just really do enjoy filling this up. So I don't want to separate them, even though I said that I did. Oh, it's so hard. Whatever, I'm not gonna overthink it, guys. Okay, 24. So 25. Right? Today's the 25th? Scared myself. 25. 26. Isn't it so satisfying that again April is gonna land on a Monday, like the first day? Oh, love that. Love that for us. Week 13. Okay. I don't know why I decided to do that, but it's there now. Okay. She's so pretty, y'all. Love her. Okay, let's do our media. Where's my... There's a war. Here we are. How did I do this? We're doing it here this week because I stuck a sticker down and I don't have... Anyways. I did that too far down. Damn. Y'all, it just is what it is. We'll write small. I did that wrong. I think it's movies first. Oh no, it is TV shows first. You know how many times I've done this at this point and I still don't know which one, like what the order is? I am ridiculous. And I don't even need to do the line there because it's there already. Beating the system, y'all. Let's not do that. And this is not perfect. I sound weird because I have the cap in my mouth. Is that hygienic? No. Am I doing it anyways? Yes. These are my pens. Is this perfect? No, it is not. And I'm fine with it. It is not a big deal. We are letting things be what they are, people. They are what they are. Let's get our stickers. Is there any in here that I want to use? Birds are starting to come back, so that's nice and fun. Oh, I love this sticker. Look at it. So cute. This is like the fun part, right? Like just getting stickers. I don't know. For me, it's fun. For me, it is a lot of fun. Oop. Friggity frack friggity. Not up there. Forget that I'm doing the weather up there now. Herbie is so baby. I love him. You know what? Let's put Herbie in here with the book because I'm going to finish bird by bird this week. It's going to happen. It's going to happen, y'all. I'm doing my best. Yep, I'm doing my best. Such a rough day today. I don't know why I just got put into such... I was so excited and then all of a sudden just felt like poop. For no reason whatsoever. I don't know why I'm adding these stickers other than I want to, I guess. I think these are Megan Rhiannon's. Not the sticker itself. Like, don't let the sizing or the cut of the sticker fool you. It's a printable. Because I am in the U.S. Thursday. Get in there. I have so much that I have to do for client work that I haven't worked on today. And at the same time, I'm just so tired. I don't really want to do anything. And I kind of just like this whole weekend, I was so productive, but didn't really get to have any me time. It looks so weird, but I don't care. I don't care. Um, protect your energy, y'all. I know that I have one in here. Yes. And this is from Jess over at Planned by Jila. Again, these are principles. You know what? Let me put this down here. From her Patreon. And then I just printed them and cut them. Do we just kind of want to make this I just want to be Herbie in this image. Also, he's affected because I stuck him down somewhere and it didn't go well. So that's what the line is happening. Oop, you're out of frame. My bad. We just want Herbie everywhere. Okay. And then this sticker and these are from Aaron Ware's Patreon. So support these amazing artists if you can. Same. It's kind of like a greenish vibe, right? So this is really my this is how I live my life when it's time to pick stickers. I kind of just go back and forth and see what calls to me. I usually cut all this out because it feels like why would you want to see all this, you know? But we're keeping it today. And yeah, feel free to 2 times speed me or skip. Do whatever you need to do. Why does that look like the old Patreon? Right? Am I going crazy? Doesn't that look like the old Patreon icon? Is it Patreon? Where am I going? Oh my god. Oh my goodness, y'all. I need to make more of these little stickers. I don't know, y'all. I'm being called to that. You know what? Let me just. Something that I tend to do a lot that I like is just overlapping. I don't really. Like, why not? Like, what difference does that make? But I like it. Lock it. I will take this out, though, and put it on top. Or actually. Can I move this? Let's see. No, I'm just gonna leave him there. Sorry, Herbie. Sorry to disturb you. I just accidentally kicked my cat under the table. So if you heard her just meow, you might not have, but. Oh, the gentle wind keeps playing in my head. I think the sticker just jumped. Okay. I think I'm just gonna leave it like that. And as I fill in, you'll see, like, as I fill in the week, I will add more stickers. But I think I like that. Yeah, I think I like that. So thank you so much. That'll be all for today. Thank you so much for being here. As I've mentioned before, it's kind of like a 48-minute. Yeah, like that sounds about right. 48-minute, 50-minute session. That's usually how long my journaling sessions will last me. That might be an attention span thing or not. I'm not sure. But thank you so much for being here. I hope that you have a good week. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye.